Yes, Mr. Urban. Chip. Question. Thank you for the presentation.
Yeah.
So in terms of when you have a residence, small house, right now when you take a look at what we passed in terms of freeboard and having the future residents building, they have to build up higher.
Right.
But when you take a look at a commercial building, I'm thinking of the hotel there. I think it's the Radisson, for example. How do you elevate a commercial building like that?
There will be places where you just can't go in and raise those buildings, and the best that we can do is extend sort of the drainage system to that property so that we don't make the problem any worse than it already is. So you can extend pipes and inlets, and that water will flow out like it did before. But at the end of the day, if you built your property down at elevation 4 or elevation 3, and that tide comes up above that elevation, there's not really anything that we can do about that.
How many?
Now, the good thing is that a large part of North Beach has, I think Mr. Blackard, when he was here last time, showed a chart of the number of structures that were on North Beach previously and what are there now. It's gone down significantly. There's a large amount of North Beach that is now vacant, and is actually a good opportunity to approach this in this way. So, but just putting in a ditch is not going to solve every single little problem. There will still be little places, little pockets that have an issue, but I think that there's a way that we can do it and just not make that any worse.
And this is something that we can develop a long-term plan for. In other words, it can be done in phases. This is not something that, for example, if you build the canal first, do you simultaneously, would you think, start elevating the streets, or how would you envision that in terms of being able to phase the project in?
So, I think you got to get the backbone of the drainage in. Right now, if you start raising lots, you're just shoving the water onto your neighbor. So a better drainage system needs to go in, and that will be the basis for allowing development to continue. But as far as doing it all at once or not, that's really a financial decision and how much we think we can bite off.
If we do this, are you saying that this will eliminate, if we do both, will this eliminate the problem long term?
It will definitely provide the basis for that potential to happen. So if you put in the ditch, if you raise the streets, you won't have the flooding in the streets anymore. Those people who have their properties elevated, they'll be fine. But I want to be clear that if you have a property that's down at low elevation and it floods today, it will continue to flood until you raise your property.
Will it make it worse?
No.
Thank you.
Mr. Hunter?